Well, hello, it's Dr. Joanny Liu, and welcome to today's episode. We're going to be talking about Lionel Messi. And, quite frankly, it's been quite a ride because his story, just like so many others, is so interesting. Well, I just got back from a very long weekend down in Palm Springs, California, and so I'm back and I'm rested and very nicely tanned. So I'm really happy to be back after missing out on last week's episode. But, I wanted to start out by looking at one of Lionel Messi's quotes, because he says here that I always thought I wanted to play professionally, and I always knew that to do that I'd have to make a lot of sacrifices. I made sacrifices by leaving Argentina, leaving my family to start a new life. I changed my friends, my people, everything. But everything I did for football to achieve my dream. Now, the other thing that he says, which is quite interesting also, is that money is not a motivating factor. Money doesn't thrill me or make me play better because there are benefits to being wealthy. I'm just happy with the ball at my feet. My motivation comes from playing the game I love. If I wasn't paid to be a professional footballer, I would willingly play for nothing. And, that really is the telling point of the most successful people, because they're not really doing it for the money. They're doing it because they like doing something, and they like it so much that they're willing to do whatever it takes. And that's why this episode in particular is called Lionel Messi, Relentless, okay? And it's because of his relentlessness, because it started at a very young age. The thing is about him, and you may know this story already, but may not know it all the way down deep, is that he was really short for his age. Now, I really had to dig around to find out, well, just how old was he? Was he... I know that he started playing soccer when he was 6 years old. So he would have been a little guy anyways. So I guess at around the age of 11, that's when his doctors discovered that he didn't have enough human growth hormone. Now, I know that everybody grows at their own rate, and I don't have any pictures, of him at that age. But the thing is, I guess he was only 4'2" at the age of 11. And I know from my own experience that my oldest son, he was, I'm only 5 feet tall, so I'm not very tall at all. And you might even say that I lacked human growth hormones, okay? Because I was so short. But the thing is that at the age of 10, my oldest son was already taller than me. Okay, so he was doing pretty good, but we have no idea where his height came from. Certainly wasn't from me, and his dad is a rather stocky guy at around 5'7". My oldest son is 5'10" or 11. Now, for my youngest son, he's actually 5'7", but he was definitely a late bloomer because he was very tiny for the longest time, and I was definitely still taller than him when he was the age of 11, but he may not have been 4'2". But the thing is that with Lionel Messi, there were circumstances that were definitely challenging around the fact that he had this lack of HGH, or human growth hormone, because the treatment, which were injections of an artificial, or I'm not sure if it was artificial, some sort of synthetic HGH. But the thing is that for a poor family, or for a middle-class family, $1,000 or $1,500 a month was a lot of money to pay for treatments. And he had to inject himself 7 days a week, once a day, seven times on one leg, and then the next week he would alternate on the other leg for another 7 days. And so he would do this routinely at the age of 10 or 11. So his one of his former teammates actually said that, it was just amazing to watch him do this because he was so determined. Now, Lionel Messi also acknowledges that being short was not necessarily a bad thing, because it taught him to be agile, to be a lot faster than the other kids, which when you're short, it means that you've got a lot of extra strides in order to be faster, okay? Because in order to be fast, you either have a very long stride, like somebody like Usain Bolt, or if you're a shorter person, then you're going to be having a lot more strides in order to cover the same distance. So the thing is it taught him to be fast, and it taught him to control that ball. And of course, if you watch Lionel Messi these days, I mean, you just see how much how much control he is of the ball. But the thing is, he did these treatments for the next 7 or 8 years, until, or however long, until he reached adulthood, and now he's 5'7". Okay, so I just can't see HGH being a performance-enhancing drug, in this case, because he already was showing that he had talent. And the thing is that because his parents couldn't afford the all the treatments for all these many years, they went out looking for help. So first they went to the soccer club that he was playing with in Argentina, and at first they had agreed to pay the full amount, and then they didn't. And things seemed to move along until they agreed to move Leo over to Barcelona, to Spain, at an extremely young age, at the age of 13, just when the social payments were running out for the payment of his treatment. So he had to leave home. He had to leave the country of his birth. He really did make his sacrifices in order to do the thing that he loved. And the thing is, it's kind of hard to believe, because Messi has won 5 Ballon d'Or from FIFA, and I think 4 of them were consecutive. And the thing is that, I kind of heard of him on the periphery, because I really never really paid attention much to anybody except Brazilian players at the time. So he wasn't on my radar for a very long time, until, well, I guess practically just a couple of years before Neymar joined Barcelona, okay? And only because Neymar was going to Barcelona, that's when I got more interested in Messi. So interestingly, he's only 29 years old. It's hard to believe, to think about all the things he's achieved. And Neymar says still that he is the greatest footballer in the world. And, it's so interesting to hear the type of positivity that surrounds these people. And the thing is that it's not about the money. And it never is. It's just about going out and doing what you love. And so the thing is that when the mind is healthy, then you are going to be able to overcome any obstacle whatsoever. That's all there is to it. You are going to be able to overcome every obstacle that happens to you, because you know what you want, and you're willing to do what it is that you want, that you love. And the thing is that a healthy mind will cure anything. When you heal your mind, you will heal everything, and that includes, of course, your brain. So what is important here is that you need to understand that, let's just get down here now. Okay, here I am. So the thing is that what you need to understand is that Lionel Messi did everything that he possibly could in order to have a career in football. And he's become one of the highest paid people in the world, one of the highest paid athletes in the world, never mind just soccer, okay? But the thing is that it's quite interesting because, again, he did everything that he could in order to be a success, and he did whatever it took. He was relentless, and he kept, straight on his goal. And so he's gotten all the rewards for doing so. I know right now, Barcelona and him are in contract talks, and Neymar, who also just renewed his, is saying that he won't stay. I mean, Messi has to be there for him to stay, and how can, Barcelona really afford to break up the three amigos, because they are such an awesome group of players together. I mean, that Barcelona team, yeah, it's my favorite favorite country team, but the thing is that I just can't see them breaking up that line at all. So hopefully contract talks will go well and they'll be together. So next time I think I'm going to be talking about Sidney Crosby, who is a star hockey player in the NHL playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are right now still in the playoffs, okay? He's had his challenges too. And so next week I think I'll be talking about him. Now, I'm Dr. Joanny Liu. I'm the founder of Concussion Answers, and if you or someone and love is suffering from a concussion right now, then please send them over to Amazon to pick up my book, Heal Your Concussion, How to Quickly and Effectively Get Back in the Game. Okay? So, see you next week. Bye.